Hello, my fellow oddities. Welcome to part 3 of our winter retrospection painting. If this is your first time, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and all that other stuff. Also, go ahead and take a visit to my website. There's all sorts of stuff on there to help support me. And with that out of the way now, we'll get right into today's video. So I'd like to preface this episode by saying I was a little bit scattered, all over the place on what I was doing. I try to keep a little bit more focused for you guys to help be on point and help you guys follow along. But sometimes the mood strikes me just to go from here and there all over the place. Today I did try to mostly focus on the trees, but my color palette was a little all over the place, as you'll see. First off here, I wanted to start off and get my birch trees painted, so I mixed up a little bit of yellow ochre with some titanium white and used a flat brush to get that texture on there, and then also used that yellow ochre to paint in some of the wheat. And I used a comb brush to get in the basic bulk of that and went back through and just messed around with a lot of that. And then here I went in with a little filbert brush and some raw umber and just a little bit of Mars black, and just played around with some of the textures around from the trees down to the bottom. I wanted to fix the water line a little bit more and add in a little bit of hills and bumps and shadows and whatnot here and there, and get some more trees painted back in. I wanted to mess with the reflection just a little bit, just to kind of get an idea of how I wanted to tackle it. So I did play around with it just a little bit there, but not a whole lot. Wanted to tackle some of the snow area again, so I mixed up just a little bit of my very light gray and added a little bit of blue to it just to add that tinge. And from there I just played around with a very small filbert brush and added in the little bit of snow mounds that you see in the water, and just played around with some of the snow, added some here and there. I wanted to start adding a little bit of snow onto the trees and stuff like that, so I went ahead and did a little bit of that. Now, for most of this tedious work here, I just used a fine line brush and some Mars Black mixed in with some raw umber. I made it really dark because I just wanted to get the very fine shadows and edges on a lot of these things and add in just some really dark details here and there. That's going to be about a wrap for this episode. If you've been following along, then you should have something relatively close to this. This is coming out absolutely stunning. I couldn't be happier with it. Just stick around. We're going to get this one finished up in another episode or two. Remember, go ahead, hit that like button, that subscribe button if this is your first time, and visit my website, and I'll see you in the next episode.